Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation, Concealer, and Powder. So I ordered off the Wet n Wild website for the concealer and powder just because I wasn't able to locate it at any of my local drugstores, but I know a lot of people were able to find it at their drugstores. I only was able to find the concealer, so I just picked these up. So I did a demo on all of these items, just performing them, and that's all of the base makeup that I've used. So this is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation, and it is in Bronze Beige or 370C. And this foundation is supposed to be great in 7 different lights. It's supposed to help with flashbacks. I'll read it off on the site because it just doesn't say much on the bottle. So let me read it to you. Let me just say there are a variety of different shades on the website. I don't know how many in total, but really good range of shades. And then they retail for $5.99 each on the website, and I believe it's somewhere around there at the drugstores as well. And I'm going to read to you the description that this claims to. Your skin only better. Our new high-performing skin perfecting foundation underwent major road testing under 7 different photo lighting conditions to deliver flawless camera-ready makeup every time. Specially made with a matte, light diffusing complex to give your skin #NoFilter perfection. High-performing breakthrough formula featuring light adjusting complex to help prevent white cast in photos, and like I said, tested under 7 light conditions with and without the use of flash. When I was first applying this foundation in my demo, it did have, it was reflecting a lot of light, so I didn't even use I used a mattifying primer, but I use a mattifying primer every single day of my life because I am such an oily person that you can freaking grill or pan fry an egg or something on my face when I get super oily. So I felt like it didn't have such a matte finish, but it did reflect off the light because it was kind of dewy, I felt like, but definitely is matte once I powder it down, of course. The powder is very lightweight, the concealer blends well, covers well, and I did compare it to the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealers in my 2 tutorials ago, I believe. I love it. They're very cheap, very tiny. Wet n Wild has been stepping up their makeup game recently. Everything that's been coming out has been on point, so I loved it. And then I just feel like this is really lightweight, has great coverage. I used 2 layers of actual foundation, and then I kind of spot concealed with the foundation in places I thought that I needed more coverage, but I do that with every single type of foundation. Easy to blend. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything. It's not heavy. Doesn't show my pores. Usually when I try new foundations, I'm very wary just because on my nose, if the foundation doesn't mix well with my skin, and I do my nose contour or anything, my pores on my nose or my blackheads or whatever seep through or sink into the foundation, and it just doesn't look cute at all. But I don't see that with this foundation at all, so that's a good sign. I won't be pushing it to the back of the makeup drawer. I really like it. It's very smooth. The powder was easy to blend in, and it's very finely milled, very lightweight, not heavy at all. And I believe this powder was about $4.99, maybe $6.99, but still pretty good in price. So far so good. I don't feel like my face is greasing up. Usually I get greasy really fast, so this shade was a really good color match for my face. I'm a little bit still tan still. My loving tan is fading, but it's still there, the remnants of it. But yeah, color match is pretty good. And if you're looking for a very good drugstore foundation, I definitely recommend Wet n Wild because they're so affordable, and the products that have been coming out the products that they have been launching have been amazing. I love their highlighters that they came out recently. It's really good. I would definitely recommend to try these just because if they don't work out, you can always return them. And I do have an oily to combination skin, so I get really oily in my T-zone, sometimes my cheeks, but mostly my T-zone, and then I'm kind of depending on what time of year it is, I'm dry in this area. It doesn't cling on to any dry patches because I do feel like I have some dry patches because it has been such weird weather lately. It's been raining constantly, non-stop, so I don't feel like it's clinging to any dry patches, but I did use a moisturizing primer as well. But yeah, it blended in easily with the primers that I've used. Everything just blended in seamlessly, and stayed on. I don't see any, like, it didn't oxidize as much, or even at all. I don't see a difference. I don't see, like, I don't notice that it's gotten too dark or too light on me. But yeah, I really like it. I don't know how to explain it, but you will see in the close-ups that I put and when I'm applying that foundation. So yeah, let's get on to the demo and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so the foundation that I'm going to do a first impression on today is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation. This is bronze beige, and I know that this came out in the drugstores like maybe a week or two ago, I want to say. I wasn't able to find it at any of the drugstores that I went to, so I had to order this off of their website themselves, the Wet n Wild website. And I believe, if I remember correctly, they did have a good range of shades, so if you want to order it off their site, then there you go. So first I'm going to read off the claims that this foundation is supposed to claim to do. It is tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models with and without flash. So let's see. It's supposed to be really good for like photos and like really bright lights, like photo ready lights and everything like that. So yeah, and I have tried their foundation, concealer in my last 2 videos already, so I'm going to use these and I love them. And then I also was able to get their powder when I ordered the foundations, and this is Wet n Wild Photofocus Pressed Powder in 825C. This is tan beige. Looks like this. It looks like it'll be a good match. So I've already primed my face already, so let's get on to it. Select packaging, and I believe it's like a $5.99 or $6.99 for this foundation, so let's open it. This foundation comes with a little, it's liquidy. Comes with a little applicator, so I'm just going to put it on like that, I guess. Hope this is a good match. I don't know how I feel about the applicator, just because I don't know how sanitary that is. So it's because you're dipping it back inside. Okay, for now I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. Let's zoom you in. Okay, let's blend this out. It looks like a pretty good match, actually. I'm not going to try it with like a flat top brush or a foundation brush, just because when I blend out my foundation, I'm always using a beauty blender, so I'm just going to stick to what I always use. It's kind of liquidy, but it's not like it slides off your face. Looks like pretty good coverage. It's like hid some of my imperfections, but not all of it. It's really easy to blend out. It's not like a powdery, like liquid to powder finish. I'm gonna move close up. Not bad for the first layer. I do tend to wear a lot of foundation though, just because I like super full coverage. So let's go in with a second layer. The little applicator like grabs a lot of product too. Okay, so this is a second application. It's really easy to blend out. I don't feel like I have anything on my face. Like, it's not heavy or anything. It's like reflecting light, if you can see. So it's not like completely matte. It does, I don't know if it claims to have a matte finish. I would have to read into that on that website. Yeah, it does. You can see that it's really like glowy, kind of dewy-ish, because it is reflecting my ring lights. This is actually pretty good coverage. I'm just gonna, this is 2 layers, and now I'm just going to like spot conceal kind of, but with the foundation. So I like to have extra coverage on my cheek area. And then mostly my forehead. The little breakouts on my forehead has cleared up. It's still there obviously, but it's not as bad. Okay, so just my cheeks, and then my forehead is where I want that extra coverage. And my nose, I feel like I have a lot of redness there, so. Yeah, so really easy to blend out. I'm really liking this like really easy blendability, and the coverage is super good too. Wet n Wild is definitely stepping up their game. I remember Wet n Wild was like the very first drugstore brand that I tried because everything was just so affordable. Yeah, and I remember they had that little palettes that came out. I pretty much had that palette up until a couple of years ago, until like actually threw it away because, you know, I have like sentimental feelings to everything that I have. Okay, so this is the foundation. So this is how the foundation looks. It covers really well. It doesn't look cakey or anything. The coverage is super well, and as you can see, it still reflects light. I'm pretty sure it's going to go away once I powder my face down, but it doesn't look too oily. It just looks like it's a very luminous, glowy look. So it's super nice. I'm not going to do anything else with the foundation anymore, so I'm just going to apply some concealer. I am going to use the Wet n Wild Photofocus Concealer in light medium and then medium tawny. So I'm just kind of correct everything. It's a little darker, but that's okay. It's not that dark, but you can tell it's like not like a lighter shade, because I'm going to use the light medium to highlight my face. And I only put this under my eyes. And the concealers are super easy to blend out as well. Okay, now let's use light medium to highlight. There you go, that's light medium, and then I'm going to blend the concealer, and then I'm going to bake with my RCMA powder, and then I'm going to wipe everything off with the Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder, okay? Because I like just baking my under eyes just because it just makes everything last a little bit longer than it would to begin with. So let's blend everything out. Like I said, I already know that I love the concealers, so I'm not really talking much about it. So now I'm going to bake. This is the powder, and I'm going to set it, and then, I'm going to wait until it sets, and then I'm going to come back and dust it off with the Wet n Wild Photofocus powder. I'm back, and I'm going to dust off this RCMA powder. This is the Morphe E48, and I'm using the Wet n Wild powder like I said. This kind of reminds me of MAC MSF, but we'll see. I love MAC MSF, so. powder is really soft. This powder is like really finely milled and looks like this, and it just like rubs out. So it's super, super nice. And now I'm just going to set my whole face using the Morphe MB1. I like it. It doesn't look cakey or anything. Really nice. Do you guys like it? I would have to see how this wears. It's not going to be in this video probably, but I will update you guys on how I like it. Maybe a little bit in my February favorites. I still would have to see if it kind of controls my oil or anything, but I love the finish, I love the powder, I love the concealer, I love the foundation, and everything is just blending in really well, so it's nice, it's nice. And my face doesn't feel like tacky or anything. I know sometimes even after you set your face with powder, the foundation still like seeps through and makes it feel tacky, and that is not it at all. So nice, so good.